Yo, what's up guys, it's Phantom here today with some Final Fantasy 16 news, which I know I'm pretty late, but I'm just getting back into the YouTube game, and we might be seeing Clive and the rest of the Final Fantasy 16's adventure play it a lot sooner, probably by the end of 2022, because we got a huge update coming from Yoshi P, and just about a lot of the people working on Final Fantasy 16. So I'm going to just go over some bullet points that someone has legit provided for us. I'll leave a link down to everything I'm talking about into their actual live stream because I think it's there too. So first things first, the main story is complete, which I'm actually surprised that they been got it done so fast. But then I have to remember they've been working on this game for supposedly 5 or 6 years, which is a long shot. I mean, they must be Square Enix must have been working on this while they were working on Final Fantasy 14 expansions, and they were working on Final Fantasy 15. And there are different teams that are broken up into this. So I'm very excited to see this. And again, it looks very close to Final Fantasy 14, at least design-wise. But yeah, the main story is complete. I can't wait to play it. It looks very interesting, very dark for a Final Fantasy game, and very violent. I'm surprised we got to see so much blood in the trailers and stuff. But anywho, they're working on side quests at the moment, which again, that takes a lot of time because again, you want to make sure your side quests aren't just random fetch quests. I understand why that could take probably the longest. They said that the models are complete, but they need to be polished, which yeah, they're really doing their shit with this game because they're fixing up the models so they have a few quality of life improvement. So, you won't get derpy characters. I'm excited to see how the characters look. Because seeing how Final Fantasy 14 looks, and every expansion we've gotten looking fucking amazing, I can't wait to see how it looks, how the models and everything comes out. Currently, they are polishing up the game for a few quality of lives, but I am super duper excited to see. Again, I already went over it. They're doing the models, they're redoing models, they're probably redoing, maps and areas you go to in the game. And I'm super excited to see where else this can go from here. Please, just look quality. Because the trailer already looked fire, but, trailers can be deceiving. But no, I have full faith in Yoshi P and his team and how they're working on this game. They started on a story since the start of production, which I kind of can see because they've been working on this for 5 years and they got the main story, like they already got a beginning, a middle, and end completely done. And they've been working on this game for a very long time, which I can kind of see why they want to focus on the story, because focus on that, then you focus on everything else. And I understand where it's coming. They didn't increase manpower until they knew what they wanted to make. This is the golden one. Because again, Square Enix has a history of announcing games before they're completed or even halfway there. Look at the Kingdom Hearts fiasco. Look at Final Fantasy 15. I don't remember how 13 progress was. And that's saddening. Final Fantasy 7 Remake went through multiple changes. Has it gone from CyberConnect 2 to having the models be overall changed. We look at the first Final Fantasy 7 Remake trailer, you compare it to what the final product was, and I'm not saying PS5, because PS5 they had time to work on it and improve it. Look at the final trailer compared to the first trailer. You will notice that quality of life improvements were there. Also, the story tidbit was that they started production a long time ago, 2015 and 2016, with a small team prioritized the story from the start and didn't stop until they nailed everything down. Basically, they didn't want to just make a game that they didn't know about, or they didn't want to just make a product and hire people on the team and they canceled it. They wanted to know that they wanted to make this type of game, just making it a very action-oriented game, which I don't feel like a lot of turn-based fans are going to be mad, but I mean, it comes with the times, man. They're improving, so they just wanted to make it not a turn-based game, which I completely understand. And me, I like more action-oriented RPGs, but I'm also a huge turn-based fan. But I have a very short attention span getting older, so for me myself, legit loves action-oriented RPGs. What Yoshida wanted to say is that they started out small and didn't start full development until everything had been ironed out, completed on their end, instead of going big from start and fumbling on the way. That small team is most likely the people who worked on the Heaven's Ward, which, again, I told you, the guys who were working on Final Fantasy 14 with their expansions and all that, and trust me, guys, listen. As a Final Fantasy 14 seasonal player, I don't play all the time because, school has fucking taken up my stamina. Go play Final Fantasy 14. You can go get a free trial if you haven't played it yet. Give it a shot. It has some of the best storytelling in the Final Fantasy series. And you create your own character. You live through the story. So yeah, definitely go check out Final Fantasy 14. I'm not endorsed by Square Enix. They don't love me like that. They love me, but they don't love me like that. So go check it out. But yeah, I'm very excited for what's going on with Final Fantasy 16 at TGS. The one thing I like is that they're being a lot more transparent with us. While in some games, like, we go months on end without information, they legit are telling us we don't have anything to show that is perfected right now, which is why we haven't been getting a lot of trailers for the game. Which I completely understand. You don't want to, like, build up too much hype and you have nothing to show for it, or you're re-showing trailers, or again, they have a history of doing this. But it's like they don't want to show off too much, they don't want to show off too little, and they really want, the game to develop and be something special. I myself am very excited to see what Square Enix does, because Final Fantasy is one of the hugest series that I helped make me. It's Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Street Fighter, and Marvel's Capcom. Like, those are the games that help build up this channel, who help pretty much build my love for gaming. But what do you guys think? What do you want to see from Final Fantasy 16? Do you think the next big event we have, like the Game Awards, will show up a Final Fantasy 16 trailer? I don't know. Leave your comments down below. I want to hear from you guys. But until then, peace out.